Yeah, what's going on YouTube, man? I'm sorry I couldn't get this up earlier, yesterday, but you know how it is, man, with the PSN and the Xbox. Xbox had it like 3 a.m. We got it like around like 3:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I didn't really have time to get the things out, to get this Madden 13 demo out, the review and everything. So, I had to get up early and get it done before I go take care of the rest of the shit I got to do for the day. But shout out to Palomalu for reaching out to me about it. I really appreciate that and shit, man. Yeah, I love the support of the subs. They've been behind me from the beginning. But yeah, as far as the game goes, it's not a bad game. It looks like they kind of tweaked it up. It looks a lot. It just looks clean. The whole feel of it. It seems as if it's like more of a finesse type of gameplay. As far as the gameplay that I'm using right now, as far as my settings, I always play on very fast and all Madden. So it's gonna look a little quick, when you look at it, for the first time, if this is the first time you're seeing it. But I came out just trying to see what it was about, man. You know what I'm saying? Throwing streaks, seeing how it related to Madden 12, and it's not as easy as Madden 12, so it's gonna take a lot of getting used to. Alex Smith was throwing the ball into the fucking into the stadium with the fans and shit regularly. A lot of the animations are the same, but you could see that, as far as it's more defined and breaking the tackles, you could actually see that they're actually making contact. People are not running through each other's bodies and shit. There's not a lot of that, invisible man bullshit going on. You know what I'm saying? Like even right here, that's why, I wanted to show the replay. Like you can see, he sees the hole, he cuts, you know what I'm saying? But when he falls, you can see the guys on top of him. You can see his arms is holding him up. That's kind of hot. That's part of the Infinity engine, you know what I'm saying? Just showing that, the people are actually there. It's not fucking the invisible man partying and shit and everybody just going through everybody. But, for the first half, I show a lot of the kickoffs just to let you guys see, it's pretty much, the same format that they used in 12. The same type of kickoff thing. They brought back the using the analog stick to kick though. So, it's a little like, like a little bit like NCAA. But I will remind everybody to make sure you put those Madden quick links on. Similar to how Madden 12 was, because they have a whole new scheme system, but you can always do the quick links that let you use like the Madden 10 scheme. So that way you could just it's easier to do your hot routes and all that shit. You could do all that in the settings, and like I said, I recommend playing on all Madden in very fast speed, because that helps, because when you play online, everything is slowed down, so it kind of enhances your game if you're able to, play it on that type of level. I've always been doing that, for a while. One of my friends, 2 years ago, one of my homies, Philly Bandit, put me onto the very fast speed. It definitely does enhance your game for when you play a regular online game. That's going to actually be all pro and normal speed. It kind of makes you see things slower once you practice like this. But yeah, as far as the smoothness of the game, it definitely looks a lot better. It feels a lot better. The hits feel a lot harder. Like when, you blast somebody up over there. Vernon Davis had to take it for 6 right quick. They did a pretty decent job. As far I see where they're headed with the Infinity engine. As far as a lot of the user catching, they made it a little harder to control your guy right off the thing. Right here, I'm about to get done real quick for 6. Yo, let's go, man. I know you the computer and everything. Yo, that dude running fast as fuck. But yo, you know what I'm saying? I still support the computer. Whoever's gonna score on me, bro, I support you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody excited, and everything else is basically the same as 12 right here. Had the fumble real quick. You know what I'm saying? Take it for 6, and I see you later. You know what I'm saying? Take it for 6. But the celebrations, they had like a lot of some new celebrations. I didn't see the merengue from Victor Cruz when he scores on me later and shit. But I seen some of the newer things. But like I said, as far as the way the streaks work, like right there, Randy Moss finally caught one. San Francisco's going to be a powerhouse, man, with Vernon Davis, Crabtree and Randy Moss. I'm pretty sure right out the gate, a lot of people are going to be using them, but based on the way the game feels, I don't think it's going to matter as much as far as if somebody tries to pass a lot. As far as running, the running game seems to be a little bit more defined and enhanced. If you have your blockers in the right place, you're definitely going to go far. They hold the blocks a lot longer, like right there. It's not like you could really get off the block like in Madden 12. Like they really they really respond to a lot of different things. Right here, the ref has his back turned to me for some reason. I had to put this in there just so you guys could see it. I don't know if that's something new. They want to show off the ref's glutes. I really don't know what the fuck that's about, but you know what I'm saying? I felt kind of disrespected. He didn't look at me when I was offsides and shit, but that's another story. But anyway, Ahmad Bradshaw was just fucking running all over me right here. Victor Cruz scores, and like I said, he just throws the ball down as a regular celebration. Manning does more celebration than him and shit. You know, I was looking for the merengue for him to really disrespect me, but it didn't happen. And, like I said, I wanted to show a lot of the kickoffs from the first half. So as far as, the gameplay itself, the gameplay is still decent. There's nothing wrong with the gameplay. But, like that, like as far as everything, when they go up for throws, if the ball is thrown, close to them, how they respond to it, everything is a little bit different. So don't expect a lot of the Madden 12 catches and things like that. Like with the out routes and all those type of things, it's a whole different scheme. A lot of the things seem similar to NCAA 13. So if you were playing NCAA 13, you probably would be, have a little head start with this. As far as the defense, a lot of the blitzes from last year didn't work. I tried a lot of my old shit. It just didn't work. So that's going to be something that I got to look into to figure out, the new type of schemes. But, other than that, like I said, the game just looks, definitive with the graphics. Like everything looks, like it's crisp. They really put time into doing that. And they definitely put time into making it a lot harder to control your guys for user catching. And as you guys all know, man, I'm going to throw streaks all day. You guys see the NCAA. You see, my last year, Madden 12. I'm going to throw the streaks. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to have to get adjusted to that. But you can see the way that they back up, the quarterbacks move. It's a lot more realistic as far as that with the gameplay. But, all in all, it's still Madden. It's going to be shit that, people are going to complain about, things like that. Like I said, I just play the game to play the game. Bennett is doing me right there. I'm going to take it like a man, bro, and keep it moving. They were all over me and shit. But, you could see that you could still get in there. And it's not like you can't get in there. It just has to be, of course you got to find a way to adjust your blitzes because, EA Sports always does that. They make everything different. Sometimes they go back to the way it used to be. Sometimes it's a new type of scheme, but none of the blitzes that I used were working. Nobody was getting in. It was like almost impossible and shit. But Randy Moss, man, he going to still do him and shit. And you see the computer going to still respond stupid. This is all Madden. And they still fucking acting like idiots, letting them fucking run a touchdown with 1 second left on the clock. So, it's just, it's Madden. So don't expect, a miracle. It's going to be still certain shit going on that is going to piss people off. You know what I'm saying? You got to deal with it. If you're going to be a good Madden player, like, as I learned, you just got to keep on going with it, man. It's going to be a lot of shit going on. Like right there, look, come on, two niggas drop, they dropping on the ground. Like, yo, bro, what are you playing D? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just starting to getting used to it because this is my first game ever played, so that's why I'm getting the shit beat out of me and getting blown out and shit. I go for two right there, hit him with a quick fade route. But it's like, playing my first game ever for Madden 13 on the demo, I wasn't going to try to adjust it and play another game and act like I'm blowing the computer out on all Madden on my first go. Like, I don't give a fuck how good a Madden player is. When you play all Madden for the first time and it's a whole new game and nothing that you was doing before worked, it ain't going to be that kind of cakewalk. But, I eventually started to get a little bit of sacks. Bradshaw was just doing whatever he wanted at any time. He had 227 on the ground. It was just like real crazy. So I just started trying, throw the ball as much as I can. I go for it on fourth. The ref is quick to fucking say it's incomplete, even though it's like the ball's like fucking, like I said, in the crowd and shit. Alex Smith is, I don't know, look at me tripping over people. Like the Infinity Engine is, I see what they're trying to do. They're just trying to make the contact more realistic. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna enjoy it this year, man. I would recommend the game. It looks good, it feels good, the graphics are good, and I got another game that I played with the other two teams. So I'll be back later, man. I'm gonna try to get up as soon as possible. Until next time, man. Always one love.